1842 from Hartlepool I moved to Crewe. Found myself a job to do, working on the railway. I was wearing corduroy bridges, digging ditches, pulling switches, dodging hitches. I was working on the railway. 1843 I broke my shovel across my knee. Went to work for the company in the Leeds to Selby Railway. I was wearing corduroy bridges, digging ditches, pulling switches, dodging hitches. I was working on the railway.
Good evening and welcome. Tonight I've got an exciting little project that I've been working on for several months with some other people, which we'll talk about in a minute. There's a new product on the market. So we'll come on to that in a second. First of all, let's introduce you to my backup crew. There is one who's not here yet because he's waiting for a train, but
Pete's taking no chances.
okay.
I'm taking no chances.
Just a heads up, I do have COVID at the moment, so you probably want to put a mask over your internet or something.
I'm trying on the Atlantic to blind it.
But we have from Canada, we've got Lewis Golden, who's skiving off doing his books to come in here one time. And from Southern Ireland, we have William Kay.
Welcome, everybody.
And from Northern Ireland, we have Brian O.
It is I. 'Tis he. 'Tis me.
And when he gets here, we hopefully have Stephen as well. But thanks for coming in, people. It's good to have my great support crew, and it's good to have people watching as well. Now, I promised you a giveaway, and there's going to be a giveaway. But first of all, I'm going to introduce you to what I've been working on. This is a prototype. Story, well, it's a long story. I went down to Yandles to do a demo, and when I got there, my bowl gouge had smashed up against another tool and it had gone blunt. So I didn't have a bowl gouge. I had to manage with a spindle gouge instead. Then I was talking to Pat Carroll, who's got a custom handle made for him, which he loves because it's elm with resin inserts, and it's a nice handle that he just likes to use. And I thought, let's go and get Ferrell. Now in the UK, there is somebody who makes these, but they have a single grub screw, and I don't like that so much. I wanted 2 grub screws. Or you can get the Simon Hope style. And there's a few similar to that. I don't like that because I like a handle. I don't like this flat metal tube. So I was chatting to another wood turning friend, and he's got a friend who does metalwork with a machine in his workshop. So I did a prototype, or I did a design, and he made me a prototype, and I've been working on that and testing it. Tested well. I made this skinny handle, and I've been shoving that into the lathe and getting deliberate catches at 3,000 RPM, whilst wearing full protective gear, obviously. Now I don't expect anybody else to do that because that was just absolutely crazy. But I did it. There's no splits, there's no breaks, everything held together perfectly fine. So we've carried on developing it a bit, and we've come up with a product.
Ooh, a product.
They look good.
Love the name.
This is Alex is making these. He's got a CNC machine. He's programmed it all up. In fact, we can see it working. Now Alex is there, but he's only holding the camera. He's not doing anything here. Just the machine's making it. This is the start of Skynet and stuff, you know. The machine does itself. But So we've worked quite hard for quite a few months now to get this right. And we have a product which is complete. It works. So it is now on sale as of tonight. You can buy it from Mark's shop, which is linked at the top of the chat. At the moment, that's the only outlet, but who knows where this will go. Hopefully it'll go upwards and not downwards.
Indeed.
Because Alex is like us. He's got a few nice machines in his garage or his workshop. And he just wants to make enough money to pay to running them and playing with them. So hopefully it will work out for him. And that brings us to the giveaway. The giveaway is these three, which are the first ones with proper labeling and everything else in nice little boxes. But more than that, they'll be made into handles for you. I will make you a custom handle to your measurement, to your design, and send you that. Now, obviously, that's going to cost you postage. In the UK, I'll pay that. But I'm afraid if you're outside the UK, I'm going to ask you to pay the postage. If you don't want to pay the postage, don't enter the contest. Simple as that.
Fair enough.
End of the day, the products are worth having. The handles are priceless because I'm making them. Priceless or worthless, same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, close.
Anyhow, we'll talk more about that in a bit.
A very generous giveaway piece.
It is.
Start spinning this up.
Spin.
So I've got, this is pear. I don't know why. I just liked it.
Oh, you got a pair of handles with it then. That's good. God, pair of handles.
Here is one of the prototypes with a pear handle on it. It's just a nice colour and it's got a nice feel. So that's what I'm going to make this one out of. The winner will have a choice of either having pear or beech handle. Anyway, I'm going to turn the lathe on and get some speed on it. Brian can let me know who's in.
Oh, well, I'll do that very thing. The chat has been whizzing by as Pete's been talking. I may miss a few people out here, but never mind. Michelle was first in. Kevin 9K joined us, but Roy the boy was in early. You would know there's a giveaway. Roy's in early. Jennifer's Crafting Creations was in. Steve Purkis, $60. Michael McEwen's in. Wayne Woodturner's in. Hi Wayne, welcome back, mate. Carson Pedersen's in. Worsley Wood Butcher, Susie the Swiss Woodturner, Rob from Klingspor. Has also joined us. Terry Bartlett's in. Alan Jenkins, Brian Libbins. Young Lucy's in.
Hey, Lucy.
I haven't seen the other small person in yet, but we'll find out in a minute if he is. Vinnie Charlton's in. Mike from Dance's Aardvarks is in. JP's in. Roger Kent, Wivey Woodshed, Doug of the Millers, Todd at Glen Cove, Mark the Gentleman Woodturner's in, who says it's live now, get them while they're here. Andy the Woodwork Learner is in, Rob from Copper Woodturning's in, and that's as many as I had written down, and I don't see any other names at the bottom of that list. If I've missed you out, guys. Oh, sorry, Benjamin's in, I missed him there. Who else? Dewey's in, Dewey Shed, and Turned by Stuart. Now that's a new name, I haven't heard that name before.
Well, have you nicked my calipers? Oh, there they are.
No, I left them where you left them, Pete.
That's all right.
And that's everybody's in. Currently we have got 77 people watching. Welcome along, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, there's the other small one there. AJK Woodworks is in.
Hello, Andrew.
That's Lucy's twin, size-wise at least. I'm finished talking now. Somebody else can talk now.
Concentrate on Pete.
I think I might have messed up already, but we'll find out in a minute.
Concentrate.
What's pear comparable to for density and hardness, Pete?
It's not particularly hard, but it is equivalent to beech and ash and all the other things that we typically use for handles. And to be honest, I don't hurt my handles that much.
No.
Lovely wood to work, though.
Stronger than most.
I've never turned a piece of pear yet.
Neither have I.
I've got time. At least I hope
You
I
have time, and you'll soon have the pair if you want some.
Have you got a little stash?
Just a little.
Oh, good man.
You know me.
Somebody's pear tree must have been evacuated to Williams Yard in the Blitz.
Now then, the thing with the handle is you can buy one and they're sort of near enough and you get on with it. But
there's a little notification.
That size.
Sorry. Oh, right.
Go on, Brian. What was that?
Sorry, mate. Mark's just made a comment in the post in the chat there to say anyone that purchases one of these tonight or between now and Friday, Pete will send them out directly to you. I'm picking up the stock for him on Thursday evening.
Yeah, I have all the stock here at the moment because it's come from Alex.
There you are.
And Mark and Alex haven't met yet, so this is literally launch night. This has not been announced anywhere until now.
Hey, you heard it here first.
You want to handle that size, and that's obviously different for everybody. So when you buy a handle, you get an average, and that's at this point here. You just want it to fit. And obviously, that one's a little bit too small for me, but it'd be too big for other people. So making a custom handle makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Excuse me.
Pete's not too well, guys, so this might be quite short this evening, so pay attention. Doug Miller says he turned some pear last night. Wonderful wood to turn.
It is, Doug.
So, I want the bulge to be about there. I want it to sort of taper down to about there, and then just taper into what's effectively a balance weight. Yes, when you're turning a bowl, you can use the whole length of the handle for some cuts. Most of it, you're holding here, and the balance is down here. And these things are made from aluminium, so they do not affect the balance much at all. They don't weigh much. In fact, they weigh 7.5 grams. So they don't affect the weight of the handle. We did look at making them out of brass because Alex likes to work in brass, but that's too heavy and also too expensive.
Too expensive as well, I'd say.
Now I kind of averaged it to pretty much where I want it. It's just a little bit smaller than that. I've got the calipers ready set for my hand. It's literally just measured across.
How else?
But that's roughly the shape I want to go to.
Mark says, I think everyone should buy one of each, and this time next year we'll both be millionaires.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Well, I've done design and testing on this, and I'm going to be sort of vaguely involved in publicising it. But other than that, I have no further involvement really. It's it's too small a market for a lot of people to be involved. So I'm sort of
Hmm.
stepping back and letting Alex deal with it from here on in.
JP has just put a comment and he says, question for Mark. Mark wants to know if he can have one powder coated in yellow and black. That seems to be a bit of a running gag.
I'm sure that's entirely possible.
I'm sure it is. Aluminium takes powder coat.
Now, I would normally do this with a skew. But
Malcolm Douglas is in. I didn't mention his name earlier.
Hey, Malcolm.
Did I see Mick Hughes sneaking in there?
Yeah, Nick's in here.
Mike says Mark could be buying a Reliant Robin next.
right, let's find out if I've messed up or not. I think I might have cut this too small for the chuck. Yeah,
What
well,
chuck are
we
you
normally
using?
do this with a skew, but I'm not sure I make fit to drive a cup of tea at the moment, let alone a skew.
Well, a skew, yeah. He's just about handle a gauge, never mind a skew. Paul Finley is in. Hi, Paul.
How you
Hiya,
doing, Paul?
Paul, you on
Paul.
tomorrow?
Paul is on
Paul.
tomorrow. Yeah, he's on at lunchtime tomorrow.
He was in
Excellent.
earlier, I think, there.
I think he is anyway. He said he was. Let me have a look, see his link in somewhere.
Oh,
Got
just
away
got a
with
piece.
Got away with it.
Perfect.
Something's not right.
I like those jaws, Pete.
These are the Charnwood ripple doors, and I like them a lot. They're a rip-off of the shark jaws from
Shark jaws, yeah.
Mark and the piranha jaws from Axminster. Available from Charnwood at a third of the price of the Axminster ones.
No, that's something else I have to buy.
Oh yeah,
You know, Brian, we always order in pairs.
This is true. This is true.
You have to buy Brian.
Of course we
now one
do.
of the things that part of the design was I wanted these things nice and simple. I've put them down somewhere and I can't find them now. Where did I put them?
Behind you. Benjamin
Yeah,
just
it
said
is.
hello again.
So these are just over 16 mil, these two, and this one's 20 mil, or just over 20 mil. I had a slight problem with Alex on that because Alex is one of those engineer people.
Hmm.
And when I said I want them 16 mil and 20 mil so that they fit a standard Forstner bit, he gave me 16 and 20 mil. And I had to go back and say, can I have them bigger, please? Because I want them to be a press fit into a 16 and 20 mil hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
So
idea.
we had to specify 16.2 mil because he's an engineer and he's not a woodworker.
Yeah, exactly.
But, the plan was I was going to make one handle, set that into the laser, and then make another handle. I'm feeling that rough. I'm making one handle, and that's your lot for tonight.
That's all you're getting.
So we'll go with this one, which is the 20 mil. Now they've been made to be a tight fit because I don't like gluing these in. I'd much rather just press fit them. If you prefer to glue them in, then get a bit of abrasive, and Rob will tell you this is how you're supposed to do it, and just sand the hole a fraction and make it a bit on the big side, and it will slot in there nice and loose. and then you can glue them in. But
Fill up the space with glue.
my preference is to have a press fit.
Pete, is the inside diameter compatible with North American shafts?
Okay, the inside diameters, there's 3. And again, got engineer versus turner. That's 10.5. That's 13.5. That's 16.5. So that's a 10 mil. That's a 13 mil, and that's a 16 mil. Which is your basic 3 gauge sizes of 3/8, ½ inch, and 5/8.
5/8, yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah, they will fit, and the 2 grub screws will take up any slack. So yeah, they'll fit American ones as well as English ones.
Stephen Madden said he wants to know what he's going to win tonight.
Nothing. You're too
Nothing,
late.
Stephen. You're too late. We've done the draw. You're beat.
Yeah, you missed it.
Should have been in at the start.
Right, so I'm a long way off the chuck. I'm not putting any sort of support in here, but I will move the tourist out of the way and just put my hand here just to be safe that it doesn't go flying straight away. Speed is down.
If you're worried at all, you could easily put a steady rest on there. I have a
Yeah,
nice
you can
video.
do a steady rest, but
I have a nice video how to make one.
it's steady rests are brilliant, but they get in the way so often that I tend
Oh, they do.
to avoid
They
them.
do, Pete. You're 100% right, Pete. They get in the way. Ward Wilson wants to know, how does one win? Well, we haven't announced that yet, Ward. You have to watch to the end.
Yeah, we'll come on to that.
We're keeping you in suspense. Steve Perkins says, well, how about freezing them and then insert into the wood? Well, that would work too, Steve. Yeah, you could do that. Shrink it a little bit.
And when I get to that end of that tape, I'm actually deep enough, but I'm going a little bit beyond that. Sorry about the noise.
Just to make sure it doesn't bottom out.
Yeah.
Thank you, JP.
Fantastic video, Brian. It is a good video because when I made mine, I watched your video 2 or 3 times.
Oh, good man. The fact you had to watch it 2 or 3 times, is that because of your memory or my bad?
Yeah.
instruction?
If you have a double-ended gouge, you might want to go further in and you need an extension. I don't have a double-ended gouge and I'm not bothered about going further in.
Don't talk to me about extensions.
It's full of dust at the moment.
It's a sore point in my workshop.
Yeah.
Train Creek Woodturner Cornwall has just joined us. Train Creek Woodturner Cornwall has just joined us. That's a new
Welcome
name to
along,
me
boy.
as well. Hi, Train Creek.
I know Train Creek, but I can't think of his name.
When I get a new name, I'll have to get nosy and have a look at their channel and see. No content. Oh well.
Wayne did a giveaway this week too, so when we're done here, jump over to Wayne's channel and check out what you can win over there, guys.
Wayne, if you've got the link to that, please stick it in, buddy. So everybody
Yeah, you
can
got a spanner, Wayne.
see it.
Just chuck it in there. Right, so that's as far as I've gone with my hole, which is about double the length of the ferrule. If I was going to put a double-ended in there, then I will put the extension bar on and go further. But that doesn't interest me much. So I'm not going to bother. This is a press fit. And the press I'm going to use is my lathe.
Trent Creek woodturners giving it away. He's the other half of the Cornish maid.
Ah, that's it, Chris. That's the one.
There you go.
Chris, yeah.
That's it.
Sorry, I'm losing it here, guys. Yeah. So basically, I use the tailstock as a press to just push that in there, and that's the only fitting I will do. Now, I did take one apart earlier today, one of my prototypes, and I put various grips on it. I put it in a vise, and in the end, I put it on the lathe and I turned the wood off of it. Because that's the only way it'll come out, and that's without any adhesive at all.
Good.
That's a good
They
fit.
they seriously do not need gluing. As I said, it is optional. If you prefer to glue it in, then carry on and do that.
Mm-hmm.
My preference is not to.
Wayne's just popped his link in for his last YouTube video there for the giveaway.
Well done, Wayne.
Anybody wants to nip over there and have a look
That's
when
a
we're
very
done
good
here.
giveaway as well. If you've not seen it, I really recommend you go and watch that and get involved in that one. Very generous giveaway, that one.
Turned by Stuart is in, and he says, Pete, I used the RPSC2 chuck that you recommended for the first time today. It's so diddy and cute, perfect for small faceplate and for a small platter. It's a great little chuck.
Beautiful little chuck. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
I have two of them. It's a great wee
it's
thing.
tiny. It is tiny,
Yeah.
but and it weighs nothing. But for small stuff, it's brilliant.
It's perfect. Really is.
Right, let's get on and put some shape into this.
There's a bit of a conversation in the chat now about Wayne and Wayne's ring, and Mick Gouges has said to JP he's a bit touchy about his ring. Lol.
That conversation usually goes south.
Yeah, further south than we wanted to go, I think. Behave yourselves, you two. Station Oak wood turning is in as well. Good evening, sir.
Welcome along.
Now, another thing that's important about handles, which is Colin in. Colin found out that a long handle can be a problem when you're working in an 8x6 shed.
Yeah, you have to open the door.
Apparently, you threw a tool handle at Mark the other week, bounced off his head, hit the lathe on the floor, and it never shifted. I'm not sure if that's his head or Mark's head he's talking about, or the
Could be
tool
either.
adapter. It could be either, yeah. Lucy, who do you think put the conversation in the chat into the gutter? It was JP and Mick Gouges again. Question, do Nova Jaws fit record power chucks? Yes, they do.
They do for
Yeah.
sure.
And Patriot.
And the Patriot.
And Charnwood. This is a Patriot chuck, by the way. Charnwood jewels, but you've got to buy the screw set that goes with them for the Patriot record or Nova, because the Charnwood screws don't fit, but the jewels do.
Hmm.
And Charnwood sells the screw set, so.
Rob from Klingspor has just said, internet troublemakers, that JP and Mick. Yep. Just troublemakers, just in general. Don't have to be the internet. And Mark's just come on and said it's all part of the extensive product testing. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's
Steve's
you're
in.
working in a small space like
Oh, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Hi Steve.
Ah,
Good
there he
evening,
is.
gentlemen. How the
Oh,
devil are you?
Hey, buddy.
Benny.
How you doing, Steve?
I'm very well, thank you very much. How are you?
Good, good, good.
Did
Sorry,
you
I'm late.
get
I had
today?
to go. I was at work today, but I had to go and pick the youngest one up from the train station because the train was delayed and didn't drop him off where the car was.
No, goodness sake. Can't rely on the railways at all.
Andy would declare, stand to order. Steve has entered the room.
Yeah, yeah. Make sure you're standing straight and all, Andy. Don't know that slouching muck.
And be careful not to drop anything. Steve will manage that by himself.
Hey, Doug.
How you doing, Pete?
Rough. Not doing well at all, but hang on. We'll get there.
You're getting close, Pete. You're getting close.
Yeah. So having a really long handle is good when you want the leverage on a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I find I use this one. Then when I want to get in tight to places, I've got another one,
Small.
which smaller handle, gets in places. If you're working at 8x6 shed, then you probably can't use that one anyway. So the length of the handle also comes in. And having two handles with a ferrule in them, of different lengths, means you only have to buy one gouge.
There's method in the madness. There's madness in the method.
That's another reason for using it.
Very clear.
As I said at the start, the reason I got into the idea was because I blunted my gouge whilst going out for a demo. Be able to turn the gouge around inside the handle, put the sharp end inside, that's a major bonus. This handle's rubbish, but hey.
Just change camera there, Pete.
Andy the woodwork learner says, nope, I have to open the door just to hold one of those long handles. Small shed syndrome. Martin Dickinson's in.
Yeah, this is it.
Martin.
I mean, if you've got a small space, or if you've got a short lathe and you don't want to take the tailstock off every time you turn a bowl,
Exactly.
it comes in there. So, custom handles, custom lengths, lots and lots of reasons for doing it.
And Mark has just put in the chat, he says, all right,
Just reading it.
someone needs to be first to purchase one of these live. I think you might find that everybody's going to sit here and hope they win one first.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
They've all short arms and long pockets, Mark.
Short arms, deep
Hey.
pockets.
The giveaway is going to be drawn in 2 weeks' time. And after that, I'm going to need to talk to the person about what size their hand is, what size handles they want. So hopefully by the time we do the giveaway, I will not have COVID anymore. So it'll be a lot better than this one. But
Yeah, nobody wants that one because you breathe COVID germs all over it. You may keep that one yourself.
Comes with a free bottle of Dettol.
It's contaminated.
I'll tell you what, I finished an order. So I started last Tuesday. Got ill with the COVID on Wednesday. But I finished it yesterday. And I spoke to the guy and I said, look, I'm going to put this in the post in 3 days' time. Let the virus die before it gets to your house. So it's done, it's packaged, but it ain't leaving my house until it's had time to settle down.
Stick it in the microwave for a couple of minutes, it'll be grand.
Ah, yeah.
It's not what we do with everything else.
Please don't.
Right, this is going to be sounded a lot more than usual. I'm not fit to use a skew tonight.
Lucy has just said, this is Lucy's excuse for not buying one of these tonight. He says, I've had an expensive weekend, 2 lots of car insurance and house and contents insurance. You must be broke, Lucy. The way that's gone up in price. It's horrendous.
We missed some medical advice from Todd back there. PD said that a few Doom bars can cure COVID, so you can either confirm or deny that.
Well, Pete has a theory that it said he had to drink clear liquids, so he's on the vodka instead.
Yeah. Yeah, Doombar has to wait until I can drink dark liquids again.
So
Vodka and tonic is all I can drink now.
take medical don't take medical advice from Todd. That's what I'm hearing.
Rob says, the exciting bit.
JP just said, "Oh, do you need insurance on a pedal car, Lucy?"
Ooh, Lucy. JP.
Oh,
Ooh. Yeah, it's a bit seriously bad plan, Lucy, when not all arrive at the one time. It's just a bit sore. Mark at Turnigan Craft says to Mark, can you bring the Cleansford products on Thursday if I message you what I need?
Yeah, Marcus demoing in Bristol on Thursday.
And Wurzel says, I can't. I've spent this month's pension already on printer filament. That's funny because that's what I spend on my woodturning, my pension. Another 7 days before my pension goes in. Todd at Glen Cove comes back, retorts back to JP. He says, did he sell booster seats for pedal cars?
that's being mean, guys.
That's just low, that is.
That's
Jensen,
just mean.
Jensen says it's not a pedal car. It's a little tight scoop.
A little tag scoop.
Don't tell anybody in the chat, but I'm supposed to have put the tool end in already.
Oh, all right, okay. We'll not tell anybody.
Yeah, no,
I
they
can
won't.
turn this to fit.
They'll never notice me.
I'm supposed to have done that, but I forgot.
We'll let you
Nobody
off.
will notice. Be alright.
That's all right. You can still do it now. You might.
Yeah, I can do it in a minute.
Robert Klingspor wants to know what car insurance is.
You can have mine if you want, Rob. Pick any car you like. You can have which one you want.
Ooh. We don't all have company cars. Ooh. I had one of those once.
I had a company
Couldn't
van. Sting me a fortune on tax for a company van.
Exactly. BMW 3 Series, and I hated it. So then when I got the choice of a new one, I picked a Volvo instead. Oh no, much better car.
Yeah, much better car.
Yeah, you end up paying tax on the company van, Steve?
Oh, you do, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You do,
Any company vehicle, you pay tax on it because you can class it as your convenience.
Wow.
The only time you get over it is if you're on call out. Every other week I used to be on call out. So only used to get half the year charged for tax on it, not the whole year.
Mark says he'll bring the Sorby belts, J-Flex 50mm discs and net, as well as True Grit on Thursday.
Excellent. So as you can see, that presses in there pretty easy.
Yeah.
If it doesn't go in, I find a little bit of water just acts as a lubricant, and then that'll dry pretty quick, and it'll all be good gold.
Those collars, Pete, are they stainless or are they aluminium?
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Aluminium, and they weigh 7.5 grams, so they don't affect the balance of the handle at all. To be honest, they're pretty much the same weight as a standard brass ferrule. I'm taking the grub screws out because I'm going to spin this in a sec, and I don't want grub screws flying at my face.
Yeah, no, good idea.
Good idea, Pete.
And they're hard to find once they go flying. What size is the grub screws, Pete?
They're 6mm hex key. In the kit, you get a hex key to go with them.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
another one to add to your collection.
Perfect.
Oh, no. Another one of the 3 million I've already got.
I think everyone does, don't they?
However, they are the right size and shape for putting on the grinder, sharpening up,
Aha.
Doing a bit of thread chasing like Terry does.
Yeah. Or a
Um,
mini hollowing tool.
so I guess pretty much I'm about a mil out on that sanding, so it's not far out.
Yeah, make it
But let's turn the extractor back on and just do that a little bit.
Martin Dixon said, if everyone buys a set of these units, there won't be any left for Terry when he gets back from floating around in the big dinghy.
Well, the reason I'm doing the giveaway this week is that
Terry can't
Terry
get his
can't
name on
enter.
it.
It serves him right for going on that prison ship.
Rob from Klingspur says, woohoo! More exciting bits. You're a sad individual, Rob from Klingspur. You're a sad individual.
If we all looked in our toolbox, how many Allen keys we read later that we've got in kits of something or other?
Loads. I've got to the stage now, if I get one, I just throw it in the
Alex
bin.
and I did discuss whether we should include an Allen key or not, because it is a standard 6mm size that comes with a lot of things. But decided that if we didn't put it in there, somebody would complain.
Here's a bit of info. Here's a nice bit of info. Wayne the Woodturner says, just a bit of info. I'm only 4 subs away from 4,500.
Okay,
Good
so
man,
if
Wayne.
anybody watching that is not subscribed to Wayne already, Wayne can
Time
put
you
your
were.
channel in there and they can just go and subscribe now.
Okay,
It's
I'll subscribe
time.
to him. I'll subscribe to him.
Yes, so will I.
You sods.
I'm sure we could do that.
And because my abrasives aren't color coded, they're also not Klingspor. Don't read that.
Colour. Did you say
That takes
colour?
my love, Rob.
I write a number on them so I know which is which. Which you can normally feel it, but I'm in the right state at the moment. I can't tell anything from anything. So it's handy to have a number there sometimes. Okay, so I could have put this in the chuck in square format. I didn't because I wanted a shoulder on there. And the reason I want a shoulder in there is because I'm going to take it off the lathe for a minute.
Rob from Klingspor just said unsubscribed. So Wayne needs 5 now.
He needs 5.
I doubt that somehow. Todd from Glen Cove says, I'd consider buying one if you also include a 10mm socket. Yeah,
10mm socket.
yeah, it was, Todd.
The 10mm socket is absent regardless of where you live. Over
Yep.
here, same thing.
Absolutely. They go missing at the drop of a hat.
Yep.
Spent about 10 minutes this morning looking for a 10mm spanner to change the wheel on a wheelbarrow. Found it eventually.
So the other thing you're going to get on this giveaway, you can have it personalised.
Oh,
You get a free laser.
You get a laser,
yeah, maybe not.
but you send me the name you want it on it and
There you
a
go.
logo, and I'll do this.
Mark has just said, thanks to the first 2 customers of Pete's new product.
Oh,
Pete's new product.
Well
Excellent.
done.
Well done, guys. JP says, I'm 187 subs away from 11,500.
Holy moly.
Keep trying, JP. We're not biting.
While we're on that subject, I need 70 for 3,000.
Yeah, there you go, see.
So in order to make this a little bit more streamlined whilst we were prototyping, I actually made up this jig. And if I click start,
Yeah.
hopefully it'll burn what I want where I want it. Oh,
I must make myself a little jig for making handles too.
What laser is that, Pete?
This is the longer Ray 5 10-watt laser. And at this stage, the plan was that I would cut another one. But I'm feeling that rough, guys. I'm not cutting another one at the moment.
You're quite right, Pete. Don't be doing any more.
Yeah.
Done plenty.
But so what we'll do is we'll talk about the giveaway. Two things. Now, Alex is a nice guy, really nice guy. And we talked about the names of these things. Change camera would be useful. Talked about the names for these things. And he's come up with wood turning chisel adapter, which is a bit pants, really, isn't it? So when this video goes out, if you've got an idea of what to call this, now I think of these handles as forever handles, because once you've made one, you just change the gouge in it, so it'll last forever. So I wanted to call them forever ferrules. But he didn't like that. But yeah, he wants a better name than wood turning chisel adapter. So chuck some names in the comments. Let's have some suggestions, and maybe I can get him to change the labelling. Right. Once this video is finished, you can go back and you can put a comment in. Don't put it in the chat. There's no point putting it in the chat. And all you got to do is put in ash wood, which is the name of the company that makes them. It's Ashwood Components. It was going to be Ash Components, but somebody else has already nicked that. It's Ashwood Components.
How dare they?
So in the comments, just put Ashwood in your comment. As I said, if you're in the UK, that's it. I will talk to you, make the custom handles for you, and post them to you. If you're outside the UK, I will talk to you, make the custom handles for you, but you're going to have to pay the postage yourselves. Because by the time I put a handle in there, it's going to be a few bob to post it.
Yeah, it will be.
So that's it. In the comment, after the video's done, I'm going to ask you another favour. Can you do this while you're making coffee or do something else? And just let the video run through. Just, put it on silent, make your comment, and just let it run to the end. Because I think that'll make a difference on YouTube. It might do me some good. If you go in there for 5 minutes and then you drop out again, then my stats look awful. If you go in there and just let it play through, then I win. So that's the favour I'm asking. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it would be nice if you did.
You appreciate it if you did.
And yes, you will win 3 handles, 1 of each size, to the length you specify, the hand width that you have, and nicely balanced with a ferrule on each one, and they will all be engraved with your name or your company name or some name that you want on there, and your logo or company logo or whatever you want on there. Complete custom handles made for you. So
Excellent.
they'll come engraved. I'm going to put this one back on the lathe in a minute and finish it. Now I could, when I started this, I could have just put the square section straight in the chuck. The reason I didn't is because I want to take it out, laser it, put it back on and finish it. And having a shoulder on there just makes all the difference. Just makes it much easier to do. The alignment isn't overly important at this stage, but it does help. And my laser is in a cabinet with orange plastic windows in it, so I can be protected. I lock that cabinet because I'm scared that laser is going to get out one day and get me in the eyes.
It's going to come after you.
It's a great tool, but it's scary.
Like a Dalek.
But, just the other side of the workshop, so having the camera on there does help me see what it's doing when it's finished and when it's safe to go back and open the doors.
You mean you got a big red light saying, live above it?
Yeah, but it might tell fibs and turn the light off or blow the bulb and then get me. I said the plan A was to cut another handle at this stage, but I'm not fit to. Not fit to cut this one. But if you win, you get the choice of either having a beach handle, which could be as long as you want, really.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can I just say something to Anthony Parker?
Yeah, I think.
Anthony, you right in the wood turning world, there's 1,000 products that all do exactly the same, that loads of different makers are making. So there's no disrespect to Chris, there's no disrespect to Pete, but each turner can make whatever they want and sell whatever they want, mate. So I appreciate what you're saying, but that's what it is.
There are a number of people in the States that make these. There's somebody who makes these in the UK. There's other versions of it available already in handles. As I said, Simon Hope does
There
it,
are.
and various others. This is not a new thing. The version that was available in the UK didn't suit me because it only got a single grub screw, and I definitely wanted 2 grub screws on it. So that didn't suit me. So I made my own design. But yeah, I mean it's a ferrule.
If you want to
go
go down
into
the
a handle, which again other people have made handles.
if you want to go down the route of copying people, then obviously Chris Parker copied it from somebody in the first place. Everybody's copied everybody. That's the thing with wood tone. There's nothing new. It's all already been invented and designed, and we're just making it the same way but differently.
Yeah, we're personalised to our design or our spec, but it's who made the first bowl?
Not a product
Adam.
that wasn't improved on.
Adam had to have a bowl to put his apple in.
Let's not get into it. Let's move on, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Just let it go.
We're here to launch Pete's product.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's other options out there.
And if you don't like it, just leave.
This is my version that I've been working on with a local guy who, like us, works in his own garage, his own little workshop. So they're made in the UK, in Gloucestershire, in fact. And they're made to a design that I came up with, which is very similar to other people's designs. Not quite the same, but similar. And there's nothing you can do to change that because at the end of the day, it's doing a functional job. So they are going to be similar.
So what length them handles come in, Pete?
Any length you want.
Right.
I'm going for 14-inch. Because this is the 16 mil I'm putting in here. So it'll be a bowl gouge. For the 10 mil smaller one, this is a prototype. So that's an 8-inch. That's an 8-inch handle. Because it just suited the job. But again, it's the handles you get made by me for this giveaway will be whatever length you want.
Yeah, it'd be personal preference. You know?
And they'll be made to fit your hand. And yeah, personalized.
Pete, I've never fitted a handle in before. Do you flatten a surface on them for the grub screws, or do you leave them round?
Sorry, I missed that. What was that?
Do you flatten the shank on your tool?
No.
Grub screws? No, you just put them in round and take
No.
them. Right?
Just put it in right.
Yeah.
It's basically only to stop it slipping out. It's not, it's an extra. It's a friction fit to start with, and if you put the grub screw in, it kind of it'll stop it from twisting. If anything, I don't think it needs a flat.
I'll put yourself on main screen, Pete.
Oh, sorry. So I'm not really with it tonight. Sorry about that, guys.
You're all right, Pete.
Hey, you're doing dandy, Pete.
You're doing good.
Andy the Valley Woodturner says hello. Oh, hi, Andy.
Hi,
Hi,
Andy. A little bit more decoration.
Does your finish handle come treated, or does it come left for the person to apply their own finish on it? Or
It will be oiled. I'll do this one in just a sec. Just want to clean up this mess I made here.
So I've just put in the chat there, guys. To enter the giveaway, please put a comment on the completed video, brackets not in the chat, with the words ash wood in the comment. And that'll be you entered into the draw.
Now, I've seen these handles
Haley.
come from various suppliers in various finishes. My personal preference is not to be too slippery, so I don't like wax, I don't like varnish. But be protective. So my solution is oil.
We have a question here from Haley at Wooden Bar. What are people's thoughts for and against of having the lathe on a stand or on a bench? I can open a can of worms.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thoughts are, I've worked on both. On a bench, as long as it's positioned right, it's fine. Most people put them on benches. They put them back too far, so you've got the edge of the bench is in your way. The bench is bulky, so your feet can't find the right place to be. So I prefer stands.
I'd be the same.
yeah, I think if it's on a bench, it needs to be a bench with a hollow underneath it, so you
It
can
does,
get
yeah.
close. So you, it's a bit like a kitchen unit, so your feet can get in close
Yeah,
to the.
more like a desk than a
Yeah,
bench. If you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it needs to be sturdy as well. Really
Yeah.
sturdy.
It does. I have a bench for my mini lathe, and it's made out of scaffolding planks
That's a very strong bench, though.
and 3x3 legs, basically.
Pete Benjamin wants to know that if he wins, can his be personalized with "To Ben, the best woodturner, love Pete"?
Yes, it can.
Good man,
I
Ben.
know Pete's a good turner.
Well, it might be sometimes. I'm not at the moment, that's for sure.
JB. He says he had one on a bench. I did an off-center bowl, and the lathe almost jumped into my arms. I had to turn one-handed for the first few minutes. I have a video on the project. That'd be an interesting watch.
I think the other thing with bench, it does depend on what size lathe we're talking about.
Yeah.
If you're talking about a small model maker type lathe, then obviously a bench is the obvious place to put it. If you're talking about a big lathe, then not so good.
But big lathe's better on a stand, I think.
Yeah.
But I think a reason a lot of people like my bench, they got a small workshop, then they got storage as well, then,
Yep.
haven't they?
That's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Whatever
If you have it,
works,
if you have it mounted on the edge, you don't really need to get your feet underneath, but it needs to be on the edge. Don't set it back 6 inches because it'll be in the way.
James Cassidy has just dropped in. Hey, James.
Hi, James.
Hey,
Hey, James.
Come along, buddy.
Right, I'm passing this off. So I've just
You've
moved my
gone out of
telescope
focus,
back.
Pete. A bit like your eyes, I think.
It's the COVID. The camera's got the COVID.
There we go.
Camera's got the
Camera's
COVID. It's
called
gone out of
COVID.
focus.
There it came back.
Oh, it's back again. It's back.
Okay, so I've just dropped the tailstock back. Still kind of in there, but it's not touching anything. So I can now part this off. I would normally just take that round really close and then just saw off the last little bit, but I'm not fit to do that at the moment. So I'm just going to part it off there. And I'll sand it in the tape afterwards.
So Haley has said it's an Axminster 406, she thinks. I think it probably is then. and she thinks the standards are a tad too high for me, but manageable. I was curious about people's thoughts. Now, my lathe is about 1 inch too high. What I did is I bought a piece of rubber matting, which is 1 inch thick, and put it out around the lathe to stand on. It also helps you, keeps you off the concrete floor or the wooden floor. That's what I do.
Put the grub screws and put them there.
I think the other thing that puts people off with Let's Stand as well is the price they charge. You buy the lathe, and you got to spend another 100 quid on the legs for it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It all comes as a
it is.
package.
But that is the other thing. If you've got, talking about the 406, then the cast iron legs that comes with, they absorb a lot of vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And they are more stable than any wooden or pressed steel bench will ever be.
Certainly.
So there's a tool in the handle. Absolutely
Super
rock
job,
solid.
Pete.
It
Oh, yeah.
says.
He says once you tighten it up, it'll be rock solid.
Once you tighten it up. As I said, I have tested these extensively and dangerously.
The
I was wearing PPE at the time. Right.
the quick
in there,
release
I was
ones that Simon Hope sells sometimes come loose, and
Yeah.
I've had occasions when the tool is actually turned in the handle.
It'll spin in it,
as I'm
yeah.
turning it.
Yeah.
And we
same
did
here.
look at doing these as quick release versions, but there's a necessary bulk to the quick release,
Mhm.
which that makes quite a normal size handle.
It does.
Hmm.
The
It
other
almost
thing
looks
is,
like a ferrule just on the end, so it's
when I'm going
it's
out
quite a nice
demonstrating
design.
in future, I just take the tool and I put it in backwards, tighten it up. Now I can carry that to the demo, and when I get there, my sharp edge is protected
It's
all the way.
so sharp. Yep.
It's still sharp. So that was one of the criteria that started me down the path of looking for one of these that works. There's a lot of them in America. A lot of people make them in America. But the price of getting them over here is silly. Jimmy Clues and Cindy Drozer, they both make them. But they're just only the one in the UK, and I didn't like it, so I decided to go and design my own. The only reason I didn't like it is a single grub screw. So if it shakes loose, then the tool will come apart when you're using it, in my imagination. I might be just imagining things, but that's what I thought anyway.
Very nice, Pete.
Top job, Pete. Top job.
Very good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
There it is. The giveaway is 3 of these, 2 of the size and spec that you want, with the engraving you want on it. Each with a ferrule of 10, 13, and 16 in woodturners terms, 10.5, 13.5, and 16.5 in engineers terms, which will fit the standard gauge sizes. We did talk about possibly going with the 19, but I think the market for that is so small, it just wasn't.
It's tiny, I would think.
Yeah, I've got a 3/4 inch bowl gouge, but there's not many people that do have them. The deep hollowing systems, they might be 19, but
They are
again,
19,
they
yeah.
tend to be specialized and they come with their own gear.
They do.
And Alex is making these in his workshop, and he's got to store the stock and distribute them. So he's got to sort of aim at the bulk of the market. So that's the sizes we settled for. They are, as I said, available from Mark Beckett's shop, which is linked at the top. They may be available elsewhere later on, but at the moment, Mark is the only dealer for them because Alex and I don't like doing retail. And I am basically out of this equation now because there isn't a big enough market for partnerships going on. So after the initial setup, Mark and Alex will be dealing direct with each other. Thank you for coming in. Come back in an hour or so and stick Ashwood in the comments. Please, if you've got a good name for it, stick that in there as well. And thank you all for watching.
Excellent.
Huge thanks
Good
to my
job, Pete.
support crew, who I've relied on a lot tonight because I'm really not at all with it.
Yeah, you done fine, mate. You done fine.
Well done.
Time to sit down, Pete.
Yeah,
Need some more of that clear liquid. That's what you need.
Yeah,
I do.
get a baby in.
yeah, more clear fluids. Anyway, I've got 5 more Sundays to do until Terry comes back from his prisonership. I've got a project for every week.
The big barge.
So I shall see you next Sunday. Paul's on tomorrow. I think Doug will be on Tuesday.
Yep.
Hopefully Wayne will be on Wednesday.
Wayne's on Wednesday, I think.
And then we'll go from there. Mark won't be on Thursday because he's in Bristol doing a live demo. Right. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Good
Take
night,
care, all.
everybody.
See you later.
Thanks for
guys.
coming in.